Alright folks, howdy. Hey, today we're going to make some silver bullet flukes. Okay, it's cold outside. I got the molds behind me on the griddle, heating them up. We're going to melt this plastic. Meantime, I got my little insulated room. I showed y'all this little room I made. It's give you an idea, it's 6 foot by, I think it's 14 foot. But anyway, I've got it insulated. The shiny material you see on the wall is insulation. It's half-inch foam insulation. I put the shiny side in this side to help reflect light. So I got a little radiator heater in here. It gets it warm enough to where I don't freeze to death. It's like 40 today, guys, but the wind's blowing, so that makes a huge difference, doesn't it? So let's heat this up. And I'm using remelts, guys. I save when I have stuff left over. I save it and I bag it, or I save containers like this, Tupperware containers, and I put it in it and I save it. And then if next time I pour, I try to add it to my new mix to save plastic. Well, today I had enough left over from a couple shots that I got plenty to make this video with. So that's what we're gonna do, a remelt. Now, as you've seen, maybe I put that in there too fast. I should have showed you this. Yeah, I cut them up in pieces. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna melt the pieces. Then I'm gonna put them in the vacuum chamber because I know it's moisture in them now. And then after I put them in the vacuum chamber, we'll take and cheat them. All right, guys. I pulled it out. I took it over to the vacuum chamber. See how smooth it looks now? Y'all can see that. It was all bubbling when I first took it out. It's moisture is what that is. It's at 340. So as it cools now, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna turn y'all. I'm gonna move you back. Ready? Okay, guys. Let's start over right there. All right. Let me get a gun. Got the gun on the griddle too. I used the griddle to heat everything. These first 3 molds are fluke molds. Then I got a little bit mold on there too. It's probably gonna take all this plastic. When you shoot multiple molds like this, it don't go far, I'll tell you that. You think a 5-gallon bucket of plastic will go a long ways, but you go shooting a bunch of molds, you'll be surprised how fast it goes. All right, hold on, guys. We'll open them up here in a minute. Just give them about 5 minutes. All right, guys. Gotta love this everybody, such you. I'll tell you what. It's nice not to be twisting those clamps all the time. I still use the clamps once in a while on something small. If I'm throwing it to one side, or if I got this full, I want to add a couple more molds. All right. Bam. What do y'all think? All right, there's the fluke. Now, guys, this fluke is segmented right here in the middle. Y'all can see that. It gives it a lot of action. Now I pull these off and I lay them on a baking sheet till they cool and lay them straight as I can. And when I package them, I put them in the packages to sell them. I try to make sure they're straight. To make sure they're not buckled like that in there. When you get them, if y'all order baits, when you get them, check them. When you put them in your tackle box, if you get a bait out to fish with it, when you put it back in your tackle box and I'll put it back whatever you carry in the bag, make sure they're all straight in there before you put it away. You leave them crooked for a long time and yeah, they'll take that shape. Okay. I hear you, microwave. Wow. That one didn't shoot good at all. So that happens sometimes. Don't know what happened with that. The mold's probably a little cold, guys. I'd say I had them on the griddle back here. That one probably didn't get hot enough. The thing about shooting in cold weather, it's cold today. I got a heater behind you, as I said. I just checked. It's 50 in here now. So, I checked with this, with my gun here, you know. But it's 53 in here now. And I've had it running, you know, I went to the mailbox and back. When the mailbox is in our subdivision. But it's okay. Ain't no big deal. One thing about this plastic, when it's a solid color, you can heat it back up and shoot it, guys. Now this has the holographic flake in it. See them changing colors? Alright, isn't that neat? Alright, guys. Right now on the site, these will be ready to go in 22. Right now, only the Stinger and the Tweety Bird is in this silver bullet color. And I'm working on the flukes, as you can see, where I went on fish with the fluke. But the flukes will be on site. Plus, I have, in 22, I have 2 other body shapes coming. And they'll be in this color, too. Alright? So just give me some time. I'm by myself. So I do everything. I do the shooting. Then somebody's got to put them in the bags, count them out. Yep, I do it all, guys. It's just me. So give me a little time so it don't happen overnight. Appreciate y'all, guys. Fishing Lake Country. This bait works great, as you can see in this board catch coming up. I didn't fish with them, guys. I fished with them this week, and I had no trouble. The water's really clear now. Okay, winter clearness. In the wintertime, my water gets clear, pretty clear. About 3.5 foot, maybe 4 foot visibility. And this color, no problem. If you hold it up to the light, you can see through it, guys. It's a clear water color, and it worked great. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Won't be an outro. Just be me catching fish at the end, saying leave your number at the end. And remember, when you leave your number 1 through 300, you can't go over. If the random draw picks 150. Then you got 151, you can't win. You can't go over the number. The random draws on Wednesdays at around 5 o'clock. Leave your number before 5 o'clock on Wednesday afternoons. I'll make a video of it. I'll load that video Thursday morning so you can see who won. Appreciate y'all, guys. See you next time, Fishing Lake Country. Alright, guys. Let's see if we got a crappie. Last time it was a white perch. Yeah, it's a crappie. They're running the bottom, guys, so it's hard to tell. Okay, they're running the bottom just like white perch do. Because I'm going to tell you why. Let me get this. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh. And I hope I'm not using a bait that I've already made a pour to catch on. I'm thinking back. Somebody asked me this week, have you done this before? Well, you know, I try not to double up on them, but sometimes I'm out here. I've got to go with the bait that's catching fish, right? That's a nice crappie, guys. This is the silver bullet and the fluke. I know I've done the stinger. I've done the Tweety bird. All right. And if I've done it in the fluke, guess what? I might just hold on to it and give it to y'all later on. I can't get the hook out of him, guys. Now this is a shoot. I'm not gonna put it. This is a size. Ouch! It's barely in him. This is a size 4 hook. People ask me, that's why I'm telling you all that. That's a nice crappie, guy. He's 13-incher. All right, first fish too. I had to work this morning, guys. It was 24 degrees this morning. 24. Now, I know if y'all guys up north, you're going like, oh, heat wave. Well, this is late November, guys. For us, that's a cool morning. They say the rest of the week we're supposed to be 60 tomorrow. It's only in the low 40s today, but our average for this time of year, they said on the local news, was 50s during the day, 52 to 55, and the average low was 28 to 35. So 24 is a little cold for us this time of year. See if I can find them again. Right here they are. Wow. But they're on the bottom. I got so many clothes on, if I can show y'all. Right there they are. See how they're holding the bottom? You see they're 15 foot deep too, right? And they're moving. Y'all can tell that now. They're kicking along. That's what's making it tough to me too. I gotta get the bait to them, and I don't want it real heavy. I'm using a 1/16 with the collar cut off. 1/16 about as heavy as I go. I have an 1/8, and I might have to go to it just to get it to them fast enough before they move. But y'all hear me say this all the time. Use the least amount of weight you can. Somebody asked me that in a comment the other day. They said, Dennis, how much weight do you use? I said, use the least amount you can get by with. The slower your bait moves down, and once you get it down there, the lighter the weight is, the easier it is to keep it in front of the fish. A heavy weight keeps one to go to the bottom. Does that make sense to you? Now, if you're vertical jigging, it doesn't make any difference, guys. If you're just holding your rod out like this and you're lying straight down, it doesn't make any difference. If you're casting out, I thought I had a bump. And they're hitting very light too. I done lost them. See, they're moving that much, guys. They're gone. I'll have to find them again. If they're moving a lot like that, a heavier weight was an advantage because you can cast it out and get it down to them before they move past you. But I'm just trying to throw ahead of them because once this weight gets down there, it's less than a 1/16. I can reel it slow and keep it at a foot or two off the bottom and keep it in them, amongst them. If it's too heavy, it's going to go to the bottom too fast. But here's what I've learned, guys. These fish were 40 feet from me. The further I can keep them from my boat, the easier they are to catch. When they get close to the boat, they're harder to catch. They get spooky. They act like they're really scared of your bait. So I had people ask me, why don't I vertical jig for these fish when they're in 15 foot? And I said this before, so I'm sharing this with y'all. I'm trying to answer comments sometimes in a video. That's what I've been trying to do. I try to remember some of the comments. He's probably 10. He ain't nice the first one, is he? This color right here, this
this silver bullet, if y'all fish in clear water or somewhat clear, the water right here now is not real clear. Let me move some of these rods. It's not real clear, okay? That's better. Visibility is about 2.5 feet. Oh, they came, some of them came with them there. Let's see. They came up here a little closer. They're at about 20 feet now. So it's still working great. It just looks like a minnow. I don't know how else to say it. It looks like a live minnow. I don't see my bait. See, they're moving. I think they done moved out of the way of my bait, but there you go. I see why I don't see it. One of them had it. Wow. He don't act like a crappie. Yeah, it is. Gosh, these crappie fight funny. See how he was going left and going right? Crappie usually just tug a little bit and spin around a little bit, but not that much. He was fighting like a bass. I catch so many bass, guys. That's why I say that a lot of times. We have a spotted bass here. They're not supposed to be here. They tell us to kill them when we catch them. Some people have put them in here, brought them from Alabama. He's about 10 inches. All right, guys. I'm gonna try to hold him a minute. See right there? There he is. See where they stopped right there? I told you what I was gonna do. I put a 1/32 ounce jig on this one, and with no barb, so that means I cut the lead barb off of it, so it's less than a 1/32. Yeah, and I had to wait for it. You know, here it goes. It's gonna be there. It's getting there in a minute. Guess what happened when it got to him? Yeah, he rose right up and grabbed it because it was falling slow. He's seen it coming. He went, oh, that looks good. The slower fall, guys, especially in the colder water, is better. Sometimes even summertime, but there's times it's not. I'm not saying always slow fall, okay? There's times that the slower fall is not better. I said that one time, and somebody made a comment that faster fall is good one time. Sometimes, yes, it is. There's times the fast fall's just as good as a slow fall. And there's times if I could get these hooks out faster, y'all wouldn't have to put y'all through that. Look at that one. That's a nice fish right there. It's not a monster. He's over 10. Here, I got my board here. Yep, he is, guys. This is 12. He's 11, probably 11 1/4. My marks go from 10 to 12. I do that because a lot of places go for 10s, and then in between 10 and 12, we cut enough lumber and enough supplies, vinyl siding, and everything else that we can get by. Now look, they haven't moved. They're sitting right there on a ball. If you can get it in front of that school, if they hold still long enough, it's all it takes. Yeah, they're moving a lot, and they're actually starting to slow down some. If you get a school that stops on you for a couple minutes, you catch a few out of it. He ain't that big. He nailed it like he was a monster. And they're hitting good today. For as cold as it was last night, I thought we'd have to baby them to bite, but they're actually biting better today than it was Saturday. Saturday, I caught them on a little tiny 1.5 inch bait. Today, they're nailing this fluke, and it's well, I've cut some of it off now. It's 2 1/4, and I cut a 1/4 inch off of it. So I'm only fishing a 2-inch bait right now. Oops, I just tore that one. Yeah, I know the guy that makes them. He might have a few more. All right, there you go, guys. All right, guys, got another one. All right, they're actually pretty aggressive for as cold as it was last night, because it was cold last night. It was 24 at my house this morning. And yeah, I had a friend call me the other night. He said that oh, it's a lake country bait. That's why they're hitting it better. You ain't fishing the right kind of baits. All right, guys, there you go. Right, most time the big ones are 10 and less, aren't they? Well, that's a decent one. I'll tell you what, we're hard on them. Them lake country baits work, don't they? They lake country baits work, don't they? Yeah, I agree with you. We're sitting here catching crap, and so everybody's hunting. He said, you better do this and hunt better than hunting. I agree. I used to deer hunt, and I gave it up. Now I spend my winters fishing. I enjoy it. That's a nice one. Probably 12 inches. All right, guys. I'm going to try to get a thumbnail here, guys. Bam. Let's see if we can make that the thumbnail. All right, guys, put your numbers down, 1 to 300. Like I said, I don't think I've made a porter catch with the fluke in that color. I don't remember. I guess somebody asked me if I doubled up, and I thought, no, I haven't, but I could have. If I have, guys, I'll just hold this one for later on, okay? Because I'm running out of time. Sometimes I just run out of time to film. Like I said, I had a little job I done today, and I had some time this evening to fish. It's cold, but hey, we're catching fish. Appreciate you guys. Dennis, see you next time, Fishing Lake Country.